Former driver and current Sky Germany pundit Ralf Schumacher claims that Liam Lawson will replace Daniel Ricciardo after the Singapore Grand Prix. Earlier this week, we brought you a report that claimed Lawson would take over from Ricciardo this week, which has not come to fruition. One thing seems to be very clear either way: Danny Ric's days at VCarb seem to be numbered. Thanks for watching another GP Fans Global news video. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe down below and please like the video down there as well. It makes a big difference to us. Lawson was parachuted in for 5 races last season, also taking the place of Daniel Ricciardo. Only that time, it was because of an injury the Aussie had sustained at the Dutch Grand Prix. Lawson's best result was 9th, which came at this weekend's venue, the Marina Bay Street Circuit. We reported earlier this week that Lawson has it in his contract that he has to drive at least 5 Grand Prix this season as well, and Ralf Schumacher seems to hint at the same as one of the main reasons the Kiwi will become the 23rd different driver on the grid this season. Red Bull Racing is a junior team, Schumacher told Sky Germany. That is also what the company management has always said and has supported. We will rely on our young drivers, and that is why it makes sense. The driver swap was part of his, Lawson's, contract. Otherwise, they would lose him altogether. It's a shame for Daniel because we'll be missing a driver who is super nice, always has a smile, and who you like to meet in the paddock. We move to Ricciardo's former team McLaren next, who could come under the scrutiny of the FIA over their rear wing design. The MCL38's front wings were already deemed legal by the FIA earlier this month after the complaints from Red Bull and Ferrari, but now attention has turned to the other side of the car and its already infamous mini-DRS. Onboard footage of the McLaren's rear wing during the Azerbaijan Grand Prix weekend showed how a small gap in the top element appeared when exposed to high speeds on the straights, reducing drag on the car and effectively acting as DRS would. Other teams in the paddock have immediately brought this to the attention of the FIA, who have already released a statement on a potential investigation that will be held in the future. The FIA is closely monitoring the flexibility of bodywork on all cars and reserves the right to request teams to make modifications at any point during the season. However, if a team successfully passes all the flexion tests and adheres to the regulations and technical directives, they are deemed to be in full compliance and no further action will be taken. The FIA is currently reviewing data and any additional evidence that has emerged from the Baku GP and is considering any mitigating measures for future implementation. This is part of the standard process when scrutineering technical legality, and the FIA retains the authority to introduce regulatory changes during the season if required. We go to Southeast Asia this week for another edition of the Singapore Grand Prix under the floodlights, so let's check out the schedule for when all the sessions take place. If you live in Europe like we do, Free Practice 1 takes place on Friday morning. To be exact, it starts at 10:30 British Standard Time, so adjust that accordingly to wherever you might live around the globe. FP2 later on Friday starts at 2 p.m. BST, and FP3 again is at 10:30 UK time on Saturday morning. The fight for pole position on Saturday is from 2 to 3 p.m, and the formation lap for the Singapore Grand Prix starts at 1 p.m. sharp on Sunday the 22nd. Again, all these times are in British Standard Time, so adjust that to where you live to prevent any mishaps. And finally, 3 cars will dress up differently for this weekend's Singapore Grand Prix. Constructors' Championship leaders McLaren, as well as VCarb and Mercedes, have revealed special liveries for the race at the Marina Bay Street Circuit. McLaren have opted for a special version of the MCL38 in homage to the legendary MP4 era of the team between 1981 and 1996. Besides the papaya orange color we are now used to, the car will have white features to honor the all-conquering MP4 cars. VCarb, on the other hand, have gone slightly off the beaten track, as their Challenger will feature a denim finish and zips all over the car. While we have not seen it yet, the team also teased that Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo will have matching attire as well to go with the livery. Mercedes are the third team with a different livery, as they will honor the 50th anniversary of their title sponsor, Petronas. That's it for another GP Fans Global video. Make sure to subscribe if you liked it and follow us on all the usual places, and I'll catch you again tomorrow for the next one. See you then.